Hello to you, my fellow Dark Ones. How are you guys doing today? How's life? I thought maybe we should start today's episode by trying to go to the end. You know, we can always cheat. It's that way. Yep. Perfect. I don't think we need the spawner. See you in heaven. Ah, we have visited the end. I was looking for these things. They do teleport. Because they're jerks. With our amazing shuriken, this should be relatively easy. Also, we don't take damage for some reason. Just before we kill her... Oh, come on, why do I have plague? I was going to say that before we kill her, we might as well gather some spit. Spit. Come on, maybe you don't want to. That's a weird dragon. I think it's the dragon which poisons me. This is the worst dragon fight ever. Also, she does seem to have extra health. I'm just saying. Yep. We're done. We're out of this stupid island. Let's go to the end islands. Yes, finally. Chorus fruit. I have found probably one of the most garbage end cities. It was really garbage. Let's try to find more. Did you make that stupid noise? Yeah. Oh, finally. A decent one. Very decent. Well, apart from needing to visit the end to gather some resources and some experience, I'm here mainly for the loot. Oh, last stand. That's amazing. Spectre coils. That's actually quite useful. Still useful. Capacitors are always nice. Alright guys, I'm back from the end and we need to get into a teeny tiny bit of Thaumcraft. Just a bit. I have been checking the recipes and it seems that this mod pack has a lot of infusion crafting involved. So the sooner that we set up some arcane infusion, the better. Here is our essential smeltery, it's thaumium. In order to generate less flux, we're going to use the auxiliary venting port. In order to speed it up, we're going to use the auxiliary slurry pumps. I should have made one extra arcane Olympic, but I guess for the moment this will do. And you know, some filling essential transfusers. The essential transfusers have a range of 16 blocks and I believe if we place them here, we can fill in all the jars. You know, on both sides. Also, our mob farm is giving us some slime, the egg. Let's see if my system works. Okay, we're getting things that we don't have a jar for. So now will you go in? Lovely. I have gathered a decent variety of essentials, that is a total of 42. And it seems in this mod pack we have like 52 different essentials. So we might have to change the pattern, but for the moment, let us get some brass. You know, we just have our crucible, the alchemical constructs, and Silas Mundus. Boom. This is the crucible, but automatic. Well, this dude does require to receive essential, and I'm not really sure if we can put the essential transfuser over there, but we will check. Let us try to get some brass. Do you work? No. I guess I have to put it over there. It's fine. I do need to have some ingots before I can proceed. Dude, I have tried every single side. Just accept the essential. Sorry, that was my bad. It does need night ore. It doesn't need water, but it does need a heat source. So if that is the case, can I put you in the front? Nope. But the side is acceptable, which is perfectly fine. For the moment, we will have a hungry chest. He's gonna pick up the brass. Using the metals that we just made, here are some stabilizers. They don't really help you with the warp, but they're going to keep the items on top of the pedestals. In case of instability. That's actually very important. We will get hit by lightning, but at least the ingredients will be safe. Oh, and by the way, you have to connect the stabilizers to the pedestals using inlays. Otherwise, it doesn't really work and I'm just trying to keep everything symmetrical. Yeah, this seems acceptable. And here is our altar. The first thing that we are going to craft is going to be the essential mirror. It does have EMC. Even the mirror has EMC. So we just need to have the one. I have all the ingredients, all the essentials, and let's see if I messed it up or not. This is not very unstable anyways. We are very stable. Good. Lovely. Come with me and we shall learn you. So transferring essential either requires pipes or the essential transfusers. But if you want to move the essential from here to there, you kind of need the mirrors. The way that it works is that you shall have one mirror, which is going to be the input, and you link another mirror to it. And now if we put our linked mirror on top of our infusion altar, the altar would be able to extract the essential from over there. And you know, we don't really have to carry jars. Same goes with the crucible. What we want to craft at this very moment is something called a causality collapser so that we would be able to get some void seeds. I already have all the ingredients and I do believe we have all the essentials. So let's see if all the mumbo jumbo that I have just explained to you actually works. I have Vitium, right? Yeah, yes, we are getting the essential. Wirelessly. This is wireless magic. You see, it goes into this mirror and it comes out of this one. Oh, and by the way, these things have EMC, so you don't really have to craft them. It's raining again. Dude, but lovely. we have it. A few days ago in real life, I have already opened a rift. Let's close it. What the? Stupid mobs. But yeah, void seeds. Let's scan them. And yes, now we have unlocked the Eldritch tab. Normally, once you get the void seeds, you need to start making void metal ingots. Oh, there's another rift. Lovely. However, thankfully in this mod pack, we do have the bigger crimson portals and, well, that's a void block metal. And don't you worry, there's way more. They also give you primordial pearls, so I really like them. Let's find another one. Yeah, that's another one. Perfect. Mr. Crimson Praetor? Where are you? We just kill everyone. It's the Praetor. Come on, drop that sword. Did you drop the sword? Nope, it's fine. We just need to destroy the portal. Yeah, and that's another primordial pearl. And obviously more void metal. It's a pain to craft. Well, it's not a pain, I'm just lazy. Also, inside, yeah, there is a spawner, which we will break. And there is the Crimson Gem. What does it do? It's from Content Tweaker, such an amazing mod. But yeah, it does have a few uses. Okay, I'll find another one. Well, thankfully, there is a boss bar for it. Otherwise, I would have missed it. Another portal gone, and one more primordial pearl. And some yellow hearts. I like hearts. Now that we have some void metal, we can have the void metal Essentia smelter. And yes, we also needed the primordial pearl in order to make the advanced alchemical construct. However, in the Thaumic editions, we have unlocked a new ingot, Mithrilium. Which unlocks another ingot called Adaminite. That actually gives you a very decent looking armor. This one. And then there's a tier after that, which is super crazy expensive. It's always incredibly important to keep your essential smelteries as up to date as possible. They will make less flux. And you need the garbage essential smeltery. Okay. Yeah, I was wondering why I can't use the Thaumium essential smeltery, but okay. We have our void metal version. Lovely. But fear not, using the Mithrilium we can make a version which does not produce any flux. And that's what we want. Because this one generates a teeny tiny bit of flux. Mithrilium does require 10 ingredients, so I had to add more pedestals. Let's see if it works. I think I have all the essentials. I never checked. Yeah, we seem to be fine. The rest I know we have, but we are very stable. I like that. Come on. Give me my ingot. Come on. Lovely. So if I'm not wrong, we have unlocked you. Adaminite. Oh, there's another one. After that. Okay. The thing is, if we get the Mithrilium Essential Smeltery, there's not going to be any flux. And if we manage to upgrade it to Adaminite Smeltery, which is really not going to happen today, we do not produce any flux and we get a 20% bonus. So that's a good thing. But as usual, one stupid problem at a time. Let's get enough Mithrilium. Honestly speaking, it wasn't that horrifying to make. Although it does tell you that unlocking this research is quite hard. Don't really know why. I'm still expecting something incredibly difficult. Voila! Mithrilium Smeltery. I was expecting this to be a quest. Or something. Also, since we're no longer producing any flux, we don't need the venting port. The reason that I mentioned Adamanite is really not gonna happen today is the fact that it does require a ton of nether stars. Well, not a ton, just 2 of them, but if you want to make any impact, you do need quite a few Adamanite. So I have come to the nether, and so far we have 17 wither skeleton skulls. We just get 18 and go home. Well, I have 18, maybe a bit more. It doesn't really hurt. In this mod pack we have killed so many weird creatures that I think the wither is just gonna be easy. How much health? Okay, 300. That's good. Shuriken works. Oh, you spawn garbage. But that's it. Oh, you get Supremium. You can't convert it back. Okay, so it has been a crazy amount of time later, and we do have some catching up to do. I did manage to make a decent supply of Adamanite, and I really wanted to make the armor because it does give you +8 to armor toughness. That's crazy. And also a decent discount. But actually I realized there are far better things that I can craft, like jars. So if you look at the tooltip on jars, you might notice that warded jars have a capacity of 250. Void jars give you the same capacity and void the excess, and one thing that I never knew is that they also make flux. You know, whenever they're voiding the excess. Well, the rest of them are not very important, but Adamanite gives you a capacity of 4000 and also voids the excess. And considering the fact that you need a lot of essentials in order to make Adamanite, including Spiritus, I decided to make some jars. Where are the jars? Yeah. That is spiritus. I also have to upgrade some of the other jars, but this place has a teeny tiny bit of flux. It's actually not a teeny tiny bit, it's decent. So I was thinking maybe we should make some flux condensers. This will take an essentia that you will get a lot of, like Herba or Terra, and in return it gives you Vitium and also reduces the flux. And yeah, I really wanted to finish the building, but I kind of changed my mind, because I have realized there are so many machines and contraptions that we have to make from Thaumic additions and Thaumic augmentations that I thought maybe I need a second floor. I don't really know. Oh, and yes, I made myself the void boots. I used my own boots of the traveler, so I lost all of the enchantments, and that's not nice. A bit of crafting later, and we have 2 flux condensers. I'm feeding it Herba and Terra, and in return, we're getting some Vitium. I think the more lattices you have, the faster this is going to work. And now that we have fixed the flux issue, let's upgrade the smeltery. Oh, and yeah, I do have a pipe. I can pump in the items using a crate. In that way, I don't really have to wait until everything is smelted, but I have the recipe ready, so you go in, and voila! Adaminite Smeltery. It's basically the same as the old one, it doesn't generate any flux, but it also gives us a bonus by 20%, which is amazing. Oh, and by the way, for some reason the slurry pumps don't really connect to these ones, the new smelteries. So if you break them, you can never connect them again. I use the thaumium just to place them, and then I'm just removing the smeltery, that's it. I have made myself a few gizmos. One of them is called the Void Seer's Caster's Gauntlet, and the other one is the Impetus Conductor. We shall mix them both together, and now this is a gauntlet which is augmented. That augment has to be charged up, and the way that you charge it up is that you have to come near a rift. And yes, it's charging up. Weak. Come on, get more. Medium. Ah, actually I forgot, this gives you warp. We'll drink some potions. And now it's strong. Perfect. One of the reasons that I have not finished this building is that I wanted some blocks from Thaumic augmentations, which you can only find it in the Emptiness. We need to be able to find a dimensional fracture, and I have made myself a compass, fracture locator, and it is recommended that... Oh, it's changing colors. Interesting. Yeah, it was recommended that you go to the nether roof and just fly around. And I was wondering why it's purple and I can't see anything. Well, that's it. It's so tiny. So I have found one. How do we open it? Oh my goodness. I need to do some research. I'll be right back. Oh, and by the way, say hello to the jerks I found in the jungle. We don't want anything fancy. We just want a bit of eldritch. Yeah, we have the research. We have the gauntlet. Let's open it. I don't like that. I'm just saying. Well, while it's opening up, let's organize our inventory. We want to be able to teleport back home. And we want more food. And sane thoughts. Let's go. Is it open? Ah, I'm teleporting. Okay. Oh, it's dark. Well, I knew it's dark. It's not only dark, it's also purple. Very purple. Over here, there are slime islands. We're looking for some sort of a fortress. Oh, you're a worm. Nice. Oh, I might have to do a lot of exploration. Hope I don't die. Okay, maybe not that much exploration. We found a dungeon which is kind of messed up by another dungeon. I have discovered something. Something is good. Oh, you can't break these things. Let's try to go inside at least. Yeah, that's how you open it. Thank you. Now can I break stuff? No. We have to kill the boss, I guess. Oops. Who shot me? Jerk. They drop void plates. You know, there are traps and we're just basically cheesing all of them. Not that one. I have done this a while ago, but the tablet opens another door. Ooh. Nice. Can we take the crystals home for decoration? Yeah. And the jars? Yeah. Oop, we're in a dungeon. And that's the spawner which we have to break. So this is a dead end. It's just spawners. I do have a feeling that we shouldn't be here. An eldritch pedestal with the spiked sigil. That should open a gate. And yeah, the gate is on the second floor. Another dungeon. Nice. Hello. We need to be able to find the key to the boss room, and the problem is that this place is messed up. Well, I found the staircase. We go up. So many eldritch guardians. Aha. The other key. I think after this dungeon, there's only one more floor left. I have the stupid witherless rose. I don't have to go through this. I think we're basically cheating. You're not really supposed to fly through this. Ah, these are the things that we want. So the impetus thingy, why not? In one of them should be our key. We don't need diamonds. Emeralds, amber. Oh, the amulet. I wanted to make one. Oh, Fancy sword. Sinister blade. That is actually the key. Is there anything else of interest? Everybody shoots me. It's a miracle I haven't died yet. Quicksilver. I thought it's a focus. We just go down. This should open the boss's room? Yeah. Exactly. Hello, Mr. Boss. Don't kill me. Okay, we have reached the heart. How do we summon him? Open the eye. Reading is actually really good. You have to point towards here. That doesn't sound nice. Okay, we have a golem. The golem is nice. And he doesn't do anything. I'm just holding right click. Maybe he does do stuff. We can still hold right click. Don't you worry. He's dead. We're done. And on a very positive note, this place is no longer warded, so we can mine the stones. These are some of the things that I wanted. Aha! Minus the blocks, now we have reached the good stuff. Rift relocation. Awesome. Anyways, I think I got everything that I wanted. We can go home, and I'm out of night vision. We just teleport home. And maybe we mark this place. I'm back from the emptiness, and one of the things that we want to do is to get into a teeny tiny bit of astral sorcery. Although, just a teeny tiny bit. And I do really mean a teeny tiny bit. We just need some illumination powder. Thank you. We also need to do a teeny tiny bit of bewitchment, and I was lazy, so we trade with villagers. I needed jars. Jars do require pure Certus quartz, and I didn't have them. I converted everything into pure Certus quartz. But basically, if we manage to get a witch's altar, place it near trees, grass, and general flora, give it some carpet, then what we need is a witch's oven, and we smelt down some acacia saplings. That's going to give us something called acacia resin. The oven has to be close to the altar so that it can use the magical energy. And obviously using the acacia resin, we can make the Gaian keystone. And don't you worry, I have the staff. So in my quest for finding additional blocks for our base, well, we have been to the emptiness, so we have additional blocks called the ancient stones, and they do have EMC. The second place is going to be Erebus, and also for general progress in the mod pack, we need to go to the Aether, but I have to do some hunting. I have killed so many rammerheads, I never knew that I don't have the hide. Yes, these guys. Wait, you don't drop the hide? Ah, you do. Okay, and yes, as I was saying, we also need to go to the Aether, and for that we need skyroot planks. In this mod pack there is a custom recipe and you can craft it. And hence we needed the illumination powder. I think we just need to have a bucket. This tree actually grows in the Aether. We just need one bucket of water, and that should be the Aether portal. Lovely. Twilight Forest is going to be another dimension, but that's easy peasy, we have done that a million times. Aha, Erebus, the land of garbage. Really garbage. Everything has more than 4 limbs, and a lot of hair. I hate them. Wait a minute, abyssal zombies. Oh, I didn't know they spawn here. I just wanted to check this place out. We're not going to progress today. Don't you worry. What I am a bit more interested in is the Aether. Such a lovely place. Very peaceful. Although the main question would be, how the hell... That went up. Oh, it's gravitite, obviously. It flies. I was going to say, how the hell would you find Zanite? Oh, that's Zanite. Lovely. Also, fear not, if you fall down, you will just fall into the overworld, I think. I love this dimension. Zanite is actually used in making solar panels, so having a bunch doesn't really hurt. I got some Zanite. Do we go to the overworld? Yes, it's just that I have no idea where we are. Well, I don't have a clue, but if you fall, you don't die. That's good to know. So, jokes aside, I do have a few plans. We were not just opening portals. One of the reasons that we have to go to different dimensions is that I need the food. For extra hearts. And all of them are really bad for me. And yes, Zanite is used in making solar panels. You need it in order to make the photovoltaic dust, but I'm mainly going to use it in order to make the solar panels from Tech Reborn so that we would be able to progress in that mod. And yes, you do need quite a bit of Zanite. What? Plutonium? Ah, there's a easier recipe, okay. But generally speaking, it's always a good idea to have the portals open and lit. Because otherwise I really have to go through the entire grind. Oh, and yeah, it's early morning. There was not an Eldritch Guardian. I'm not crazy. I don't have warp. I'm fine. But moving on, I have been trying my best to get some grains of infinity. We had a very garbage setup using a sag mill. I tried to improve it. Unfortunately, it has been a very long time later and I only have 253. That setup was incredibly slow even by using flint and 4 sag mills, so I decided to use some fire water. That's also not really working very fast. I need a lot of grains of infinity for capacitors, so here's what we're going to do. I have made 20 fire starters from Project Red. Upon receiving a redstone signal, they're going to place down fire, and after a while we should get a grain of infinity. There's a chance. It's better than the fire water. Also, I have made some red alloy wires from Project Red as well. It's basically redstone, but it looks nice. Then we're going to have a toggle latch and a hovering hourglass from Botania. We shall have half a stack of sand for 30 seconds. 32 seconds actually. It's going to turn on one side, then turn it off, turn on the other side. That's it. And actually, the wire had to be like this, yeah. Not to the front. I switched the timer to 22 seconds and yeah, that seems to be way more efficient. Because fire has a 50% chance of spawning a grain of infinity. Fire water, although it covers a larger area, has a like 5% chance or 1% chance. But yeah, this is fine by me. If needed, I can expand this by a lot. It's under our base. So I guess we don't really need to have the garbage system. I can remove this one. Yeah, you see, we already got like 40 of them. That's good. Definitely better than the sag mill. Another thing is that this mod pack is basically about modular machines and there's a lot of them that we have to craft. However, in order to unlock the modular machinery, what we need to craft is the controller manual. It doesn't have a horrifying recipe, I know. But what it does need is some iron chipsets, so I have made myself an atomic reconstructor because we do need to have a ton of redstonia. Yeah? It doesn't have power. I forgot. Yeah. Okay. I forgot to put a torch on it. Redstone mode, pulse. Yep. For the iron chipset, we do need to have something called an assembly table, which doesn't have a horrifying recipe again. We just need the one. So voila. There you go. And now we need to have a bunch of lasers, which almost has the same recipe. Okay. Well, the more lasers you have, the faster the assembly table is going to work. But for the moment, we can only afford 3 of them. I have been making some alloys. Oh yeah. We have a decent supply. Don't you worry. I make more. These are from Buildcraft and they do use MJ, but here it says RF. I think if it was joules, we would have been screwed. Anyways, we are going to set it up in our basement, the old base, the cave. And in order not to use our energy channels that much, we're going to have a capacitor bank over there and we give power to that. Yeah, we shall hook up the lasers, they're getting power, that's perfect. Also, correct me if I'm wrong, this can't be automated, right? Probably not. But let us see if it actually works. Iron, redstone. We want the iron chipset. Very fancy. Yeah, I think they have to be blue. Blue is good. The lasers are charging up the assembly table, that's it. And it pops off. If you put an inventory underneath, everything should go there. Can I add more? Yeah. Why not? Oh, and by the way, I do have a builder which is giving me nickel, you know, for platinum. A lot of platinum. For crafting the controller manual, we're also going to need a demonic will, so we do need some rudimentary snares. You can find them in villager houses, so we don't really need to have a blood altar. We just throw it at a mob. Have particle effects, please. You don't have a soul? Maybe you don't. You have a soul. He has the particle effects. Give me a demon will, please. Yes. We also need to have some flux dust, and I think we just have to drop redstone on bedrock like so. Place a block of obsidian and left click. Yeah, let's get more. I'm lazy to do this. Anywho, that is our flux core. We just make a bunch, why not? For some very weird reason, which is altar, an extra one, and obviously some Silas Mundus. What was in the center? A book. So voila, we have the manual. Come on, give me a quest. Or something. Ah, you have to right click. You unlocked stage modular stage. That sounded weird, but thank you. How do you make the controller? Oh, it's not that bad. Okay, it's bad. Okay, so I don't know if I should be panicked or not panicked, but let's pretend to be panicked for a while. This is the recipe for a machine casing from modular machinery, right? Second recipe is not really gonna happen, it needs another dimension, so we have to go with this recipe, and each iteration just gives you 1 block. And I do need to have quite a few blocks. The big picture is that I want to have the personal EMC link. There is no recipe for crafting it, and apparently you get it from Terra Mythical Void Resource Miner. That's a modular machine. And it looks like this. Everything that you see over here does not seem to be a pain to craft so far, except the literite crystal, which is a pain to craft, but we can craft it. This is why I'm mining uranium. Anyways, this is my goal of getting into modular machinery. However, if we want this recipe to be sustainable, it's gonna be a pain. Modularium is not really a problem, well it is a problem, but I'm already making some. It does need a lot of matter, that's it. The flux core we can craft, but it does need a pure flux crystal. There is another recipe which requires dimensional ingot, which you can find it in the deep dark, from a boss apparently, but we need to be able to at least make some flux crystals. the pure version. So I believe let us not YOLO, let's improve our infrastructure. To improve our infrastructure, we need to upgrade our power situation, so I have made some upgrade kits. I have also made an ingot former from Meatballcraft. I'm going to cut it out of the video because I explained how amazing this is going to be, but it's Meatballcraft, it's not the best. I mean, this is the speed. Maybe it's not that bad. I don't know. I'm using it to make alloys. But generally speaking, there are 2 recipes to make it. This is one of them, which I did not use this one. I used this one, the Gaia Spirit one. And well, it does give you 4 machine chassis, so yeah, we're good. Oh, and by the way, I was under the impression that the ingot former does require power, but it does not. So you can remove the energy upgrades. But now we can spare a bit more power, and that's good. Because the next object on the list is going to be the energy acceptor from Applied Energistics. So chipset, thankfully I have refined iron, and some manulin. Oh, redstone chipset. Damn, the assembly table is incredibly slow. I just want to be able to make a growth acceleration chamber so that I can make pure flux crystals. And yeah, it does need logic processors, but I think that's going to be semi-easy. Yeah, we can do that. Actually, it seems you can automate the assembly table, because if I put quartz in, then it's gonna switch to quartz chipset, I think. Yeah, okay. It just depends what kind of ingredients you have inside. Anywho, here is our energy acceptor, which is a quest. Now we need the growth chamber. Oh boy. Well, I have made the growth accelerators, not the chamber yet, and I'm hunting for some meteors. And I just killed the dragon. Oh, it fell there. And yes, I have warp. I don't have warp. I'm not crazy. Anyways, when I was crafting it, I noticed the recipe of the quartz fiber. It's amazing. But I'm just looking for some processors. Silicon again. Jerk. I think I went to the nuclear wasteland and I got some radiation. Please give me logic. There is logic? No. Please don't be in another dimension. Oh, logic, yes. Okay, we're good. We finally have our logic processor, and I have also made some golden chipsets. Therefore, here is our crystal growth chamber. Yes. You go on top and grow me crystals. Yes. Oh my goodness, this is good. So that should take care of the flux core. I don't have to worry about pure flux anymore. Now I need to worry about flux armor plating, which is perfectly fine. We just need to smelt some redstone. Now that I'm not really worried about pure flux or pure certus, let's move on to the theoretical resource miner. So not all the blocks are super expensive, but let's go through them. These blocks are from Advent of Ascension, we already have them. The one which is going to be super painful is going to be Structure Frame Tier 1 from Environmental Tech. That requires 4 quadruple compressed cobblestone blocks, which I'm using a crafter with an energy condenser and we're making them. And no, I'm not going to use a compacting drawer. This works fine. We also need some living gold. For the moment it's going to be manual. And we do need to have the literite crystal. It's actually not that bad. Okay, I take it back. It could be a bit bad. You need so much dark matter. And yeah, a decent supply of red matter. The recipe doesn't work. Oh, I'm missing one. Here. Yes. Literite crystals. I got 44. Oh, uranium. Forgot we need more uranium. Much better. We have 1 stack. And honestly speaking, I think 1 stack is all we need. Yeah. Cool. So interconnect requires grains of vibrancy and grains of piezoality. None of them are horrifying. It's just vibrant crystal and pulsating crystal in a sag mill. And well, the rest have EMC. So we're good. But talking about modularium, yes, we need the flux armor plating, which I'm making some parts over here. We needed more redstone. I'm sorry. And we needed some fiery bottles. So I have decided to resurrect Papa Felix, and I lost Lady Linda. I had barrier blocks. How did you get out? Oh, you're here. Well, long story short, we buy most of it from Lady Linda. And don't ask me how I resurrected them. I did not use the sword. Getting back to the actual machine casing for modular machinery, the only thing that we were missing was the flux armor plating, which I have already made half a stack. I used the flux electrum ingots inside the fluid transposer and the flux crystal inside the sequential fabricator using an augment called fluidic fabrication, so that it can accept the redstone. Because in the past there used to be a recipe that you could have crafted the flux crystals inside the fluid transposer. Here you have to do it inside an infuser from Meatballcraft, which is... well, it can happen, maybe not. Well, this was easier. Sequential fabricator. It's a good thing. But if I have not done anything wrong, we should have a few blocks. Lovely. We can't have a lot. So first things first, let's make a stupid controller, which for some reason I can't take it out. Can I craft it here? That worked. I don't know, I just used the crafting station. We also need to have a machine blueprint, which apparently I have to chisel it to the one that I want. Yeah, Mythical Void Resource Miner. Chisel. That's it. Okay, we mix it with the controller and we should get something. Yep. If I am not wrong and if I have not made any weird boo-boos, we have all the blocks that we needed except the structure frame tier 1. So here is our half a stack of interconnect and here is 24 structure frame. Oh, the gold. I forgot about the gold. Didn't I have the gold? Wait a minute, it's not the gold. Oh, it's the compressed cobblestone. Okay, we should have a bit more. Yeah, I'm missing literally one. What a jerk. Oh, it's ready. Lovely. Yeah, half a stack of structure frame tier 1. So I have absolutely no idea how these machines are going to work, but I do understand they have to be within one chunk. Let's try to assemble one and see. Controller goes on top. It's very difficult to remember. Although I'm assuming there's a blueprint and I don't really have to remember. Oh, that's netherite. Rosite. Okay. I forgot that block. But it's fine. I think an actual ore miner would have been more useful because I didn't have to make literite again and I assembled it wrong. 4 blocks of rosite, we provide you with some power. It needs 20,000 RF, which is quite a bit. Not enough energy, okay? What do we get? Come on, CPU average usage. Also, I did make the ludicrous item output because it does output a lot of items. 4 of them. What did we get? Garbage and nothing. Maybe it has to run for a while. Excavation token. I don't really know what half of them are. I just want the personal EMC link. Oh, I got it. Second try. Interesting. Very interesting. Okay, the resource miner is actually great. It gives you all the loot from Advent of Ascension. And well, as a byproduct, we get the personal EMC link, which is great. However, this is not the one that we want. What we want is the refined EMC link. Aha. Because this item takes the EMC from your network and infinitely makes 9 items. That's going to be super useful for automations. However, one of the things that you might notice is that we need something called a divine shard, which is dropped by many overworld and nether bosses. So I have been checking, there are different ways that we can call bosses, and the easiest one that I could have crafted is this one, the Call of the Watcher. Don't really know if bosses are tough or not, but let's see. Don't be big, don't be crazy, don't break blocks. Be nice. Oh, can only be spawned in the nether. Where is my stupid shuriken? We kill you. Oh, you're ugly. Not on top of lava. I think it just takes time. And I took damage. Normally I don't take damage. Just don't go towards lava. Also, I did try to put him in a mob imprisonment tool. Didn't really work. But we get the shard. Awesome. First things first, I got 6 shards. Secondly, I have a second personal EMC link. Thankfully, we also have some blue matter. It's not much, I know. But voila, 2 refined EMC links. That's actually quite an achievement, I think. Maybe not. But basically, you provide it with some EMC through a personal EMC link or whatever, and then you can output 9 items. There is another one which gives you 54 items, but that's super expensive. Maybe not. Anyways, that is something that we will take a look at next episode, because I think it's a good time to wrap up this one. Thank you so much for watching, and I hope you enjoyed it. Till the next one, bye bye.